Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Zunbil Shaddam. In the last episode we declared our war on Karkota Kingdom on behalf of our claimant here for this whole duchy, and unfortunately, even though we had wiped out his levy, or most of his levy, in the previous defensive war we fought against him, he was able to hire a holy order or mercenaries. I'm assuming probably a holy order. Since his income is still positive, I imagine it has to be a holy order. Mercenaries, that many mercenaries would probably cost a lot more. But that gives us kind of a much harder task here than I was kind of expecting. So we may have to hire mercenaries, which would be certainly possible. We have the money for it. However, I think with the terrain setup here, since we have mountains and a major river crossing to work with, we may be able to bait him into attacking us here and win a battle without having to hire any mercenaries. It may be a bit greedy. Certainly it would be, if we had to spend like 1,000 gold on mercenaries to win this war and gain 3 or 4 counties, it would definitely be worth it. But if we could keep the gold, that would be even better. So, see what we can do here. If we take, let's see, maybe about half of this. Yeah, if we leave 4,000 here, that might be enough to bait him into attacking me. Let's see what the fastest county to get to is. Get there on the 29th. December, 30th of December. Okay, we can get here on the 26th, which is going to be the fastest. Let's see, actually, do we have any organizers which would speed things up even further? We have one down here. Excellent, okay, so we'll see if that's good enough to bait him into attacking, and it seems that it is. Okay, so he's going to get here on the 9th of December. Let's just hope that this army can hold out long enough. We can't change our leaders in here, but fortunately we have good ones. Okay, and the battle is joined. We have the mountains, we have the major river crossing, we have our reinforcements on the way. Let's see if we can hold out for long enough. Reinforcements will be there on the 22nd. And actually, we might even just win this straight up. Certainly we're going to hold out long enough, and our reinforcements are almost here, so I think this is going to pay off. Yep, we broke the center. And there it goes. We captured a prisoner. We're up to 56% war score. Our troops are fairly low on morale, so I'm not sure I want to follow him immediately. And also I don't want to cross the major river myself. Let's see here. Like there's a river crossing everywhere. Can probably afford to cross a river though and still win a battle, so maybe we'll go in this way. I assume that's where he's retreating to. I didn't actually make note of it. Yes, okay. Our son lacks a guardian. This is our youngest son, so one who will hopefully inherit once we change back to ultimogeniture. Fortunately, we have 2 wards already. This is our current heir. I guess maybe we'll pass off the middle son, since he is the least likely to inherit. You seem like a decent character, and if you convert him to Zunist, all the better. Okay then. Dog is growing quickly and is no longer a little puppy. He runs fast and has a keen nose. And our dog handlers praise his good character. Sounds good. We should also be keeping an eye out for his allies' army. He has about 5,000 as well, which, in conjunction with the 3,000 he still has left here, is more than we can easily deal with. Let's see, he's not involved in any of the wars. He's leading troops in his capital, it seems. Okay. Or maybe he's not actually sending anybody. That would be nice. So you are heading to Banu. You'll be there on the 5th of March. Yeah, we're definitely not going to catch him in time. I suppose we can just move to the adjacent county here anyway, and then attack his 3,000 in the mountains with our almost 6,000 and still be pretty well assured of a victory. Second large battle might even get us most or all of the way to 100%. Can probably go back up to speed 4 now. Alright, we'll just go ahead and attack him, I think. Oh, he's trying to leave, though he's trying to leave to this county. So we'll see how this goes. It went well, and just in time too, since his ally has apparently sent some troops that have just arrived. Let's see if we can get here before him. Gonna be there on the 2nd of August. We will arrive later than that. And it doesn't seem to have dissuaded him from coming. So, let's see. We can go in without a river crossing at least if we go around the right way. Looks like he's just headed into Banu now. Which we don't want to allow him to do. Ugh, I don't want to attack equal numbers into the hills. That would be pretty bad. Can we get any extra vassal levies raised? We can get a few. Oh, you stay here, please. And you guys come around this way. White Tiger, lately you have heard persistent rumors from peasants and travelers in the wilds that a strange mythical beast has been sighted in your realm. It's a white tiger, powerful and elusive. The common folk claim it comes from another world, and that the hunter claims it will be imbued with divine power. Yeah, I would like some divine power, please. Alright, so I don't think we can really just afford to sit here. We're not getting ticking war score, and his holy order or whatever is reinforcing all the time. So I think we are going to have to go ahead and hire some mercenaries. Which is kind of unfortunate. Was definitely hoping to be able to win this war without having to hire any, but we may not even have to hire the most expensive ones. We could probably get away with 1,600. We really will only need them for one battle, I think. Or we could play it safe and spend 360. We'll go for these ones. I'm sure it'll be fine. You have an independence faction. So let's spread out some honorary titles. You can be the champion. You can be cupbearer. See how that affects things here. That got rid of one. What else can we give you? Master of the Blade? Sounds pretty good. Oof, and he's up to 5,500 now. I'm beginning to regret hiring the cheaper mercenaries. We still have him outnumbered, and we should be okay to attack him once our reinforcements get there. You are causing problems now too. Fortunately, we still have honorary titles to give out. We could try again to lure him into attacking us in the mountains here. I guess it's probably not a terrible idea. Let's see. If we leave about 3,000, that might be enough to bait him into attacking. Okay, a preacher to ransom is also appreciated. Yep, he is going to attack in the mountains. Unfortunately not across a major river this time, but there is a river crossing. And unfortunately we cannot appoint our organizer to this stack this time. We have another faction. Let's go down to speed 3 because the timing on this could be important. Okay. And let's get our reinforcements on the way in and hope that our existing army can hold out. Oh my lord. They did not hold out very well in the center. You're going to be there on the 27th. Ugh, this is going to be nasty. Left flank is holding like a champ, though. Hopefully long enough. In fact, they might even break the enemy's left flank. Unfortunately, we do not get our center back. We broke the right, though. That was kind of a nasty one, but I think we can just about pull it out. Ooh, okay. You've improved our chief's opinion, and that battle, messy though it was, got us to 100% war score, so we can enforce our demands. Oh, and our name became so much bigger on the map. That feels good. Alright, so we have a new Raja, or Satrap rather. Our first, well, he's older Raja, but he's holder of the Satrap. Our first duchy title vassal, or duchy vassal rather. Let's see if he wants to move his capital away from there, which I would kind of appreciate. It would make it easier for us to get this county back out from under him. He did, okay. So if he also gives away this county to a vassal of his own, that would be ideal. Apparently not, though. Our eldest son became a brilliant strategist, pretty decent character. We are going to hope that he doesn't inherit, though, because that would mean that we lose some titles to Gavelkind. Let's get him married to somebody anyway. We could potentially get an alliance, I suppose, with even Suinesco characters. I can't imagine they are close enough to actually help us out in any way. I suppose it doesn't really matter since he is probably not going to inherit, all things going as planned. Just marry him to a random character. Okay, so it is going to be about 3 years, I think, before we can actually change our succession laws. I knew there was a huge bear somewhere near the caves in Bost, and a courtier of mine had insisted to come along when my men and I went hunting for the bear. So we can let him come along, or say no. Sure, we'll let him. The beast was huge, bigger than any bear I had ever seen. I fought him bravely, but only managed to slay him after he wounded several of my men. So, 30% chance that the chief becomes wounded, and he likes me slightly less, or we could save him. Well, I don't know why we wouldn't save him. Make him happier. Okay, let's check on our factions as well. We still have this one faction left. We can appoint this guy Master of the Bow. We've received credible reports of a recent sighting of the White Tiger in Nandana. Sure, saddle my horse. This guy is up to 63 opinion, still in his faction. We'll see if he leaves. I guess we'll take the prestige for this, since that will also help with opinion. And there goes the last faction, which is great. And you improved his opinion again, which is good. Still hasn't given away this county. He'll probably do it at some point though, and whenever he does, we can create this duchy title over here and use it to get the county out from under him. We probably would like to stay at peace for a little while and allow some of this opinion penalty to die down a bit while we're still kind of early on in our rule here. But I think we can safely spend money on building a castle in our capital, since that is going to be pretty valuable for us. Leave us with 300 gold. We will be able to hire some mercenaries if necessary. Let's go ahead and do it. There's, I guess, an argument to be made for conserving the holding slot, since building temples is one way to raise our moral authority, which is going to be necessary for reforming our faith. But even still, I think the holding slot in our capital is going to be worth more with a castle in it, since we get the plus 50% bonus to levies there. Hey, we are ready to set out to hunt the Great White Tiger. So our vassal, the satrap of Gandhara? Why are you our vassal? Where is this? Okay, I guess our claimant is no longer in charge? What happened there? He is still the Count or the Chief of Banu, but he lost his duchy title. Installed by faction demand. Oh, okay. Well, that's no good. So now we've ended up with a Buddhist vassal here, which is pretty annoying. He's also ambitious, which means he's absolutely never going to be happy with me for any reason. He wants these two vassals under him. I think these are part of the duchy as well. Well, we can at least weaken him slightly. Since he holds this county via a vassal, we can go ahead and create this, or rather usurp the duchy title. Well, we could if he wasn't at war. We can usurp the duchy title and grant it to this character, which we will do as soon as we are able. Unfortunately, though, in the meantime, we're just going to have to deal with having an extremely grumpy vassal over here, I think. We can name him a Venerable Elder, but it's not really going to mollify him too much. So I think what we're just going to have to do is get an eventual heir of his educated with a Zunist character and wait until he inherits, or get him into power by murdering the intervening characters or something. But it could be a problem. He's probably going to cause all kinds of factions. Anyway, we should be able to deal with it, and I think it was still worth it in the long run. But we are out of time for this episode, so let's leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.